What an insane start to the day. I think I did let's see actually. Is this streaming on YouTube now that I'm up here? It said I added it, but I don't know if I actually did it right now. But this is yeah, welcome to the NBA bit. We always start 13 minutes late. It's and you know what's nice? You guys didn't hear me having an absolute meltdown over here. I was just ready to do a putter throw. I don't even think I actually figured out what was going on. I don't think I figured it out. I don't even know what happened. This is not simulcasting on YouTube, so that's cool. I'm glad I figured out that button. Mike either just moisturized or has been rolling around the floor trying to fix his camera. Why? Do I have a bunch of stuff? What are you talking about? Yeah, I don't think it's on YouTube. Let's see. It does say it's it does say that it's oh, maybe I don't know. Let's try that again. Let's see if I simulcasted it again. I don't know. Anyways, we'll figure it out. Whatever. Worst case scenario, we'll download it and throw it up there after the fact. But man, what a start to the day. I'm now fascinated. I need to know if I have been hacked. I think that was a great point by Matic Auto that brought it up. Like maybe we got hacked. But anyways, welcome. Hopefully we have less chaos this time. Less chaos when we do this again tomorrow. But yeah, I think we're going to fire this up the rest of the season, the rest of this NBA season and into the playoffs. Just mix it up a little bit. I feel like we've been a little stagnant over on YouTube. No one else's fault, just my own, really. But there's something with the algorithm, with all the shorts and all of that stuff that's going on there that I just don't know if we're reaching any new people. So what we're going to do for the hopefully, if I ever figure out how the fuck to simulcast this thing appropriately, we'll simulcast it over on YouTube as well for you YouTube purists. And then we might mess around with some so rare stuff as well. But we'll see. Jump Shoot says, don't talk bad about the algo. It's listening. Possibly. It might be listening. But can the YouTube algorithm listen and playback? That's what we gotta find that out. Anyways, we got to get into some hoops. We've already started late. Hey, so some good news. Some good news and some bad news. The good news is we have confirmed Rob Perez, Worldwide Wob, is going to be joining our last live before lock before the playoffs start, which that's very exciting. Meeting with him a little bit later today to finalize all that fun stuff. But it is confirmed he's going to be joining the show, so that's fun. The bad news is value hunting is going to be in written form this week for So Rare, for you So Rare freaks. It's going to be in written form. So I'll put it at the VIPs already have access to it. I'm going to put it into the Discord a little bit later today. Same thing with the fast break stuff because we're down bad. We're fighting it. We're fighting the ailments. We're on day 2 or 2 consecutive nights of NyQuil consumption. That's not good for anybody. That's not good. It's never really a good sleep. I feel right now I've caffeine coursing through my body. So I do feel like Thor right now, but that will fade shortly. Mike Quill, that's pretty good. Boston based. I've been looking at a lot of the stuff that you've been putting in the chat. That's the first good thing so far. So let's ride that momentum. Yes. And a hot toddy. Thank you. But yeah, we fuck with some hot toddies. And then, yeah, so tomorrow we'll have a full slate of shows. Hopefully we're back at full health or at least, more than 50%. Which will be exciting. So let's talk some hoopy hoops, okay? We had some wild stuff last night, which is pretty fun. Wow, look at that. There you go, jump shoot, fire. Which one is different? That's right. I'll have to grow the beard out a little bit because the longer the beard gets, the grayer it gets. So that's good. Also, I got to tell you, I think I enjoy the playback chat a little bit more than the YouTube chat. Interesting. It's a little bit more fun. And it's like in the moment. XXYX, there you go. Manicato. Let's get into some of last night's stuff. I had all these tabs saved and they're all gone now because I restarted my computer because Sneeps told me to. That's okay though. Let's I think do you want to start with basketball or do you want to start with Vince Carter and Chauncey Billups getting into the Hall of Fame? Which one do you guys want to start with? I'll let the chat decide and then we'll go from there. And then we will go from there. Let's start Hall of Fame, says Weisberg. Hey, am I going to make the Hall of Fame? Oh, Bandy's up for the Hall of Fame conversation. What's going on, bro? All right, see you later. No, this is how pissed off Bandy is. How are we going to let Chauncey Billups into the Hall of Fame? Are we just letting everybody in? Oh, is that what we're gonna do right now? Vince Carter, I understand a little bit more because of staple. But ready, Shams tweeted out some of his stuff. Ready? So Carter, Vince, 8-time All-Star, 2 All-NBA teams, which I was actually surprised. He only made 2 All-NBA teams. Number 21 on the all-time scoring list. Played 22 seasons, so that helped. And he got a gold medal at the 2000 Sydney Olympics. Chauncey Billups on the other side did win a Finals MVP on the 2004 champs with the Pistons. 5 All-Star teams, 3 all-time NBA, 3-time All-NBA across 17 seasons. I kind of feel like this was a little generous. This is a little generous of the NBA. And it started making me think of like current players that are probably going to make the Hall of Fame now just because just because this is like what the entry level is. And I also started wondering too, right? Because some of the stuff, like Vince Carter played for 22 years. So like, not that that's stat padding. Not that that's stat padding at all. Yeah, I'm talking about Chauncey. I do think Vince should have made it. I do believe that Vince should have made it. I feel like he was more of a staple to the NBA. But it did make me think, like, I think the average well, okay. Tesla says you can't tell the story of the NBA without Vince Carter. I mean, first of all, Tesla, for the remainder of this, I would like you to take that Toronto hat off for a second. Do you really think that? You really think you could not tell the story of the NBA without? I mean, he was. I like when you think about the dunk contest, right? That is like the most memorable part of Vince Carter's NBA career is what he did in an exhibition. You know? I don't know. I still think I would have put him in. I think Chauncey's a little wild. I do think the Chauncey's a little wild. His dunks, he literally saved a franchise, introduced basketball to the new markets. Yeah, I mean, Canada's first superstar. How many superstars has Canada had since? I don't know, man. I think this is a little, didn't the Toronto Maple Leafs owners, aren't they the ones that saved basketball in Toronto? Anyways, I more want to talk about Chauncey Billups than I do want to talk about Vince Carter. I wonder, yeah, so was Lynn Sanity Tesla. You want to put Jeremy Lin in that? Can't tell the story of the NBA without Jeremy Lin. I wonder now with the way the NBA is going and like the longevity of certain players, if we're going to see more guys come in just for get in for playing a long time. Anyways, this is going to be some more Toronto slander because I was thinking about Chauncey getting in. And now I think, like, does DeRozan get in? Are we letting, like, DeRozan in? Yeah, Weisberg said Kyle Lowry. I actually think they are going to get him in. I do think they're going to get him in. I just don't know is that what we're doing? Just feels like it's a little watered down. But maybe, like, who cares about the Hall of Fame? Maybe that's the real question. Like, who cares? It doesn't matter. There we go. That's like a Bill Simmons, Ryan Russillo. Also, geez, Ryan Russillo taking a fat L on Twitter yesterday, which shouldn't be surprising, right? That shouldn't be surprising to see him take an L so publicly. Feel like that's kind of, he's like aging into public L's. But good Lord, man. Just like, listen, I love the NBA. I'm trying so hard to make a career talking about the NBA. I think you're on crack cocaine if you were like the Portland Trailblazers versus the Orlando Magic was a more exciting game than Iowa versus LSU. That's an insane take. To me, you know how like everybody on The Ringer, their new, and I love The Ringer, but everybody's new thing is talking about zigging and zagging. Right? They like to do that. We literally on every podcast they produce, someone's like, maybe, oh, is that a zag? Is that a good zag? Are we zagging? I think that is what he was trying to do. He's like, wow, I was actually on X.com. He definitely calls it X, by the way, on X.com, scrolling around, seeing that everybody was like, oh my God, Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese. Holy shit. Saw a bunch of tweets like that. And then was like, actually, I'm a big fan of what Wendell Carter Jr. has been doing in the pick and roll, especially the two-man game of Scoot Henderson and DeAndre Ayton and how that has evolved down the stretch. Sir, sir, come on. Nobody really thinks that. And maybe Cerruti. Also, you know what you could have said? This is what you could have said, Ryan, with an E. This is what you could have said. I cover basketball. I cover the NBA for a living. So I watch the game that is considered work for me instead of the other game. You could have said that. Also, you know what you could have said? Fucking nothing. I'm back. I muted myself. Sorry. When I said fucking nothing, I muted the mic by accident. Anyways, I had to get that off my chest. Another L for Boston with Ryan Russillo. Although he's Martha's Vineyard, and I'm going to tell you this right now, the same way that I don't consider Rhode Island a state, Martha's Vineyard is not a part of Massachusetts. Martha's Vineyard might as well be Portugal. Not because there's a lot of Portuguese people. I just who cares? Anyways, all right, I don't have too many takes on the Hall of Fame. I was not trying to come in here with a scorching hot take about Vince Carter. So let me walk that back. All right. I'm pro Vince Carter. I'm pro Vince. I just don't think Chauncey Billups should be in the Hall of Fame. I don't think Chauncey. Why are we doing that? Why are we doing that? Also, it's not lost on me that I'm wearing a W sweatshirt while I was just yelling about basketball, about women's sports. But anyways, it's a province. Yeah, there we go, common man. Let's put a little royalty in our life. Yeah, I think we're gonna see guys like DeRozan make it. I saw Tesla earlier in the show say that it was Tim Hardaway Jr. Is that the floor for the Hall of Fame? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. That's probably right. Not Tim Hardaway Jr., Tim Hardaway Sr. Let's get Tim Hardaway Jr. in the Hall of Fame. That will be the new floor. All right, let's talk about Malachi Flynn. Malachi Flynn, off the bench yesterday, dropped 50 points, which is just insane. I wanted to screen share. TST tweeted out something today. Well, he quote tweeted something about some of the most random 50-point games in history, which I loved. It was from Sports and Math, which, shout out Sports and Math for that one. Let's share screen right here. Sports and Math, baby. So you're going to see, what does this look like now? Oh, yeah, this looks good. We've got Jamal Crawford. Jamal Crawford's on here a bunch. How about Kobe Bryant? The 60-point game off the bench. Incredible. Kevin Porter Jr., RIP. You got Tony Delk. That's a good one. Terrence Ross, Eric Gordon, Abe Bay, Sadiq Bey. You got Mo Williams, D. Rose, Tracy Murray. Excuse me, who? Corey Brewer, I remember that game. I actually had him in DFS that night. I don't know why I remember that, but I do. Karis LeVert's a good random name. Look at Jamal Crawford on there 3 more times. Damon Stoudemire, Antoine Jameson. Yeah, this is good. Bunch of Andre Miller, Mr. YMCA himself, Rashad Lewis, Donovan Mitchell's on there a couple times. This is a fun random 50-point bombs. Oh, I'm sorry. That wasn't off the bench. Those are just random 50-point bombs. That was good. Screen share a drop. We're not going to share a drop, I don't think yet, but that's a good one. Anyways, let's stop share screen. How do I stop? No, I don't want to stop streaming. I want to stop. And was this going to, remove. Okay, cool. Sorry. We're learning this in real time. Malachi Flynn, though, just wild with the 50-point bomb. I know this isn't what we should be talking about, but so no Cade Cunningham last night in this game as Detroit lost to the Pistons 121-113. Also, it was fun seeing Josh Hart tweet out evil Don. Everybody who's had Malachi Flynn on their team loves him, which is great. But I want to talk about Monty Williams here for a second. Yeah. All right. Jaden Ivey, you could make the excuse for. Jaden Ivey only played I think it was 28 minutes, 26 minutes, something like that. Sure. Malachi Flynn was cooking. Let him cook. Jalen Duren played 26 minutes, 27 minutes. Can we let our rookies play? It's not like they got smoked. It wasn't a 30-point game. Let them play. Please, for the love of God. And I do want to shout out Jalen Johnson from the Atlanta Hawks. He had an insane game last night. So he missed a ton of time. The last game was his first game back. And he came off the bench, played limited minutes. I think he played 25 minutes or something. Last night, 28 points, 14 boards, 11 dimes. He had 4 steals and a block and a partridge in a pear tree. 24 and 11 from DeJounte Murray. Hawks get the W. That's fun. Let's keep going. Let's talk about Celtics Thunder here. I don't think there's too much to take away from the Celtics Thunder because Celtics were at full strength last night, but the Thunder were without SGA. They were without Jalen Williams. They hung around for a little bit in the third quarter. Again, all my Celtics fans who text me every time the game gets a little bit closer, they're like, oh my God, here we go again. This team's broken. What's wrong with them? They've won 60 games. They've won 60 freaking games already. They've clinched the 1 seed. Listen, just take a Xanax and enjoy the basketball. Kristaps Porzingis was doing some crazy shit last night. I don't know how many people watched this game. He was doing, I'm not going to compare him to Nikola Jokic, so when I say this, everybody relax. He was doing these touch passes. They were hitting him. They were hitting him in the paint, and he was just like volleyballing it into the corner for like wide open triples. He was awesome last night. He had a really, really good game all around. He looked healthy, 27, 12, and 4. I got to tell you, Shanae Ogumukwe, who I apologize if I fucked up the pronunciation of that name. I talked about her earlier in the week, how her, along with the rest of the crew that's covering the women's Final Four right now, have been crushing it. They've been so good. She was on the first half of the NBA studio show last night, and again, was awesome for ESPN. Kendrick, they had a heated debate at halftime where it was just kind of like, Kendrick Perkins was like, let's see Porzingis do it in the playoffs. I just like, God, we're so bad at creating interesting takes. Anyways, Porzingis had an awesome game in this. He had 27, 12, and 4. Tatum had 24. Jaylen Brown got super hot at the end of the third, into the fourth quarter. He had 23 points and 7. And then Al Horford was doing a little bit of everything. He had 16 off the bench. Also, fast PP. Peyton Pritchard had 11 off the bench, too. Good win for Boston. OKC now, what's that? Two in a row that they've lost. I think they dropped a game to excuse me. Do you hear that? Mucus. They dropped games now back-to-back to the Sixers and the Celtics. Should note that OKC was on second half of back-to-back too. Celtics were pretty fresh. So the mayor says JJ sounded generally disinterested as color man in the fourth. Maybe he just didn't like his commentary partner. I don't maybe because the game just got out of hand. I don't know. I enjoyed what I heard from I will say though, I took NyQuil right before the fourth quarter. So I wasn't too locked in for that one. I do enjoy JJ on the call. Mark Jones had one of the most insane things. He was like, I forget who it was. Somebody was going in for a dunk for OKC. Maybe it was Aaron Wiggins, I think. It was like Aaron Wiggins tried to catch a body, but Porzingis put him in the friend zone. Is trying to catch a body sex? I thought trying to catch a body was like in this context in basketball was like killing someone, right? You're dunking on him, trying to catch a body, put him in the friend zone. I think Mark Jones is just firing out like just thoughts, just firing thoughts out. Because I like both of those. I like both of those, right? I like both of them. I like the first half of that and the second half. But I think when you put them together, I don't think that works. Bring back Sneep, says Stan, dump this guy. Speaking of dumping this guy, how's single life, Stan? All right, let's keep going. We had Blazers and Hornets. We'll go through this quickly. Hey, pour one out for Steve Clifford. Steve Clifford no longer the head coach. Well, I guess he's saying I'm going to coach the last 8 games, and I'm getting the F out of here. He's gone. So he's gone. 512 Paul. What's up, Paul? We'll moving to playback increase my team hold dividend. It will, Paul. It will. Katie Heindel had a great tweet about Steve Clifford's tenure and how he's no longer going to coach. And I have a soft spot for Steve Clifford because he has only coached shit rosters, just shit rosters nonstop. It was the Hornets and then the Magic before they got anybody, and then the Hornets again. Katie Heindel with a great tweet at whatevs, friend of Team Hold. She said, the realest coach in the league, going to miss him talking about how terrible his team was. Never out to get sympathy, just someone telling you you're standing in a garbage dump when you are, in fact, standing in a garbage dump. Great tweet by Katie. So yeah, RIP to Steve Clifford. Blazers won this game 89-86. You know who's been cooking? Shout out Ryan Rosillo, DeAndre Ayton and Scoot Henderson. Ayton had 24 and 16 in this game. Scoot had 22 and 10. Hornets were without not Brandon Miller. They were without Miles Bridges in this game. They were also without Big Dick Nick Rich. He had Brandon Miller had 21. Only two other players on the Hornets had double figures. It was Trey Mann had 11 and Poku had 11. Don't feel bad. He's a terrible coach who was still able to leverage that privilege into multiple gigs. That is true, Tesla. That is true. He did keep getting gigs. Lakers beat the Wizards last night, 125-120. Anthony Davis with the big game. He had 35 and 18. It was a nuanced tweet because we're like, no other players had 35, 18, and 3 more than Anthony Davis. Well, it's like we picked up pretty specific stats, but AD, I believe, last night played, let me double check this because it's either 70 or 72. How many games has Anthony Davis played this season? Anthony Davis has played 71 games so far this season. 72 if you count the play-in final, right? Because that's the only one that didn't count. So 72 games this season. He's averaging 24, almost 13 boards. He's just been awesome this season. And we're not used to AD being Mr. Reliability, but he's been awesome. LeBron had a solid game, 25, 9, and 7. Jordan Poole party, he had 29 and 5. And then the Coos had 17 and 12. LeBron got a flagrant foul last night. Threw a little elbow into Denny Avdia, who then did not come back into the game for the second half, which was very disappointing for my underdog. But Denny left the game. I believe he said he had a migraine, which I didn't know you could get a migraine after getting elbowed in the head. I thought that would be more of like a contusion or like I've got a headache because I got hit. But a migraine is a very specific thing. Corey Kispert's stock's going up. Kispert's been fire. Hold on, I got to snort. All right, we're back. Let's see. What else we got? Nets beat the Pacers last night. There's 115, 111. There are two teams that I can't figure out. We're going to talk about both of them tonight. Brooklyn. The Indiana Pacers can't decide if they want to be good or not. You know what I'm saying? They rise up to whoever they're playing, right? So they play the Bucks. Bucks may be your bad example right now, but they play a good team. They play them close. And they play bad teams. They play them close. Like, they just can't get up for these games against Brooklyn. And it's just, they just smoked them the other night. I just don't, you're fighting to get out of the play-in game. And then with this loss, Miami Heat, hashtag Heat culture, hashtag stands a virgin. The Heat culture now. What the heck? That's so weird. How long have I been muted? That's weird. Was I muted out since you did Stan? Oh, wow. Stan, did you hack this, bro? Did you hack this, Stan? Is that what happened? Also, let me see. Do we have any visitors here? No, all people members of Team Hold. We love that. Do me a favor, guys. Go share this shit, too, if you haven't shared it. We need more people in here. All right, let's keep, what was I saying? Making fun of Stan. I was saying that we're now looking at possibly Sixers and Pacers playing game. We had a pretty big game, I think, tonight, right? Where the Sixers are playing the Heat tonight. Embiid's questionable. I imagine he's good to go. Sixers, that weird thing on Tuesday night of Embiid all of a sudden playing was kind of crazy, where he's ruled out all day. Then an hour before the game, they're like, oh, he's going to go. But the Sixers were pretty clear that they weren't going to rush him back, and that once he came back, he'd be back. So I imagine he's playing tonight. We still don't know if Maxi's back yet. But anyways, the Pacers are just dumb, man. They just can't figure out who they are right now. And speaking of that, the Milwaukee Bucks, what is going on? So last night, Milwaukee was without Dame and Chris Middleton. They were getting some rest. Dame's missed the last couple of games. No reason to rush him back, right? Hold on. This is who the Memphis Grizzlies started last night. Jaren Jackson Jr., sure. Gigi Jackson, okay. Luke Kennard, sure. Trey Jemison, excuse me? Trey Jemison sounds like a character in the Manhunt show about chasing down Abe Lincoln right now. Ah, yes, Colonel Trey Jemison, at your service, sir. Right? That is Trey Jemison. And then Scottie Pippen Jr. That's who the 5 were that took it to the Bucks last night. And they won by double digits. Memphis wins 111-101. Triple J dropped 35. Literally nothing else to talk about with Memphis. Milwaukee, Giannis had 21, 8, and 7. They got a double-double from Brook Lopez, who had 25 and 10, and then Bobby Portis had 19 and 7. I don't know. They now have back-to-back losses against the Washington Wizards and the Milwaukee Bucks. It's crazy. Yeah, great share by Boston Base Basketball Network tweet here. Milwaukee Bucks over their last 2 games lost to the 15-61 Wizards and the 26-50 Grizzlies. Doc Rivers now 15-5. I mean, 15-15, excuse me, as a coach. Like, what is going on? They was losing in Memphis, losing with his Milwaukee Bucks again. All right, there we go. But with the Bucks losing, the Cleveland Cavaliers, who have kind of been like stumbling the rest of the way here, had a chance. If they beat the Suns last night, they'd move into the 2 seed. Suns win this game 122-101. I watched like the first quarter of this and then passed out. Mobley had a really good game. He had 29 and 5. Jared Allen had 25 and 4. But Devin Booker, who heading into last night had 3 consecutive 50-point games. Oh, no, that was not. Sorry, that's the wrong stat. He was coming off a 50-point game. He's had 3 consecutive 50-point games against the Pelicans. But coming off a 50-point game, dropped 40 points and 8 dimes in this one. KD at 32, 7, and 6. Mitchell finally scored over 20. He had 24. But the Suns get this win. And you know what? Shout out Phoenix, man, because Phoenix, who had been playing, so-so basketball heading into this playoff stretch, then had the toughest NBA schedule for like the last month. They were going to have the toughest NBA schedule, trying to get out of the play-in game. They're now 7-3 in their last 10. They've won 2 in a row. And right now they're edging out, #edge, the New Orleans Pelicans for that 6 seed, which is probably good news for Sacramento, who I imagine would rather play the Pelicans than the Suns. So pretty impressive stuff from Phoenix, where I thought for sure they were going to stumble right into the play-in game. They still might, right? They're tied with the Pels right now, but I got to take a little bit of an L there because I thought they were for sure locked into the 7 or the 8 seed there. Snoopaloop's trying to Snoopaloop, you need to come on the stage right now. You trying to come on? I'll let you come on, Snoop. What do you got for me? Boston Base, I won't let you come on. But if Snoopaloop wants to come on, I bet he did it by accident. Boston Base, not a chance, bro. Stick to the tweet game. All right. I know Snoop's not really coming, but thanks for touching the buttons. All right. Another team that we need to talk about is the Orlando Magic, who they got a good win against the Pelicans in a weird-ass game. Magic win 117-108. Zion was kind of it's not that he got into foul trouble, but just he had a weird game last night. Couldn't really get going. The Miami defense continues to play like really, really well. Paolo, too, who I was a little light on last night. He just hadn't been putting up big numbers lately. He was slumping a little bit. He dropped 32 points, 6 boards, and 4 dimes. Franz had 24. Wendell Carter Jr. with a double-double. He had 14 and 11. CJ was the king, though. The CJ had 36 and 10 in this game. Zion only with 15. But what's so impressive about this win, we talked about Milwaukee losing recently, right? Milwaukee 5-5 in their last 10. They've lost 2 in a row. Cavs are 4-6 in the last 10. They lost last night. The Magic now, in the 4 seed at 45-31, are 7-3 in their last 10. They're winners of 3 in a row. They're a half game out of the 3 seed, but they're only 2 games out from the 2 seed right now, which is kind of wild. If I look at tankathon.com too for the strength of schedule the rest of the way out, Milwaukee has the 4th toughest schedule the rest of the way out. They've got the Celtics, the Thunder, 2 against the Magic. So the Magic 2 games back from Milwaukee, get to play them twice. They also have the Knicks once and then the Raptors once. The Knicks, on the other hand, they have 1 against the Celtics, 1 against the Bucks, 1 against the Kings. They got 3 against the Bulls and 1 against the Nets. And then you go down to Orlando, we already said 2 against the Bucks, 1 against the Sixers, 1 against the Rockets, but then 1 against the Hornets and 1 against the Bulls. So there's like a legit shot for Orlando, who have not been in the playoffs since like Vooch in the 8th seed would come in and win 1 game and then lose 4 in a row every single year, have a shot at being the 2 seed. which I did. That was not on my bingo card in 2024. Also, I think we should retire that. I think we should retire that saying. And the same reason that April Fool's Day needs to be done with, I think we should all try to come up with something that was not on my tiddlywinks pad. Like, dude, let's come up with something else that was not on my bingo card. All right. We're out that we get a lot of strong takes this morning, but bingo, yeah, I'm out on bingo. I'm out on bingo. All right, let's keep going. Minnesota Timberwolves played one of the worst rosters I've ever seen in my life last night in Toronto Raptors. Wolves win 133-85. Emmanuel quickly had 16. Sure, that's fun. Grady Dick had 16 and 8. Naz Reid had 23 and 7. Ant had 28 and 6. Rudy had 11 and 15. I mean, there's nothing else to say about this game. This game was bad. This game was bad. I mean, shut up to Minnesota. I think it was the worst loss in history for Toronto, but I don't know. It was gross. And I think that's it. Did we hit all the games? We hit all of the action. We're going to do a couple more things here today. Yeah, there we go. Tessa said largest loss in franchise. They likely won't win a game for the rest of the season. That's good, though. That is good. NFL really planted Taylor Swift and let the Chiefs walk off a Super Bowl. Wait, why are we sharing that tweet? I'm confused about that tweet. Oh, really planted Taylor Swift. What is that about? Well, why is he tweeting that today? I don't understand. All right, Wesley with Detroit basketball said, would it help you accept Chauncey's Hall of Fame induction, knowing that he is 7th all-time free throw percentage, top 50 in career playoff points, 3? No. You know what? Here's my other take. You should not get Hall of Fame consideration for doing stuff in games that don't count, like the dunk contest and the three-point contest. There we go. Although maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm just being old man on my lawn, or maybe I'm just mad that Rick Pitino traded Chauncey Billups after like 30 games. Kyle Lowry. It's Kyle Lowry jump shoot. All right, let's I wanted to share, there was some really good stuff that happened on Twitter yesterday. I want to shout out Boudevine, and I want to shout out our friend Weisberg here. So I'm going to share this. I'm going to share this here, and we're going to listen to some AI generated music. Although I will say some people were like, oh, this is better than rock and roll. It's not better than rock and roll. Nothing's better than rock and roll. So let's first do this one. Here we go. Let me know if you can't hear this. You should be able to. Little man with a dream in his heart, from the mountains of Armenia. Hold on. Sorry. Could you guys not see that at all? Let's see. Share screen. That's so oh, wait, hold on. I think I know what happened. Let me try this again. No, I don't want you to. I was just doing it a second ago. There we go. All right, here we go. So this is the first one was for me in Armenia, I think, create an emotional song about a small Armenian man finally catching a t-shirt from the t-shirt cannon. Hope took flight, little man with a dream in his heart, from the mountains of Armenia, where hope took flight, in a land far away where dreams are made. He stands in a crowd waiting for his fate. Through the ups and downs, never losing faith. He's seen the stars fall and the heavens weep. Imagine not crying right now. Year after year, he's chased that gleam. Always believing it's never too late to catch that dream. And when that t-shirt flies through the air. All right, that's enough. There's more though. There's more. Let's go back over to all right, where was the first one here? We're going to listen to the other Boudevine one that started all of this. This was created 2004 era Detroit rapper style and hip hop song about JJ Redick and LeBron James sipping wine and discussing basketball takes. Oh, wait, hold on. That's not going to share the right screen. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. We're going to stop sharing. Let's try this again. And we're going to go over to Courtside Convos. Again, this is another banger. Wait, hold on. I didn't do it right again. Let's try this again. It's so funny that sometimes it does it and sometimes it doesn't. There we go. All right, here we go.
Sipping wine, courtside seats. JJ Redick and LeBron James can't be beat. Talking ball, talking tactics, strategizing every move we always practice. JJ with the shot, precision the name. LeBron in the paint, a beast in the game. From downtown to the rim, we run this flow. No one can stop us, we're ready for more. We're the kings of the court, take it to the moon.
JJ Redick and LeBron James with the truth.
Sipping wine, discussing plays. We're the MVPs.
All right. Now let's get to the crown jewel here. Let's get to the crown jewel. Sneeps lost power. Wow, that's brutal, Sneeps. All right, this is the crown jewel though. Okay, I don't think I have to share. This is called Kicking in the Nuts. This is about Draymond Green. This is a song about Draymond Green. Shout out to Weisberg for this true banger here. All right, here we go.
Late in the game, tension start to rise.
Come on.
Draymond Green, the master of surprise.
It's like Chainsmokers.
He's got the moves, he's got the flair. But watch out, cause it's gonna make you swear. He sees an opening, he takes his chance. A swift kick right in the underpants. The crowd goes wild, they can't believe their eyes. Draymond Green, the king of 90 surprises. Yeah. Kicking in the nuts, oh what a thrill. Draymond Green, he's got the skill. He's got no
All right. Also, I saw Weisberg. Weisberg, do you anything you need to say before to just like talk about your performance before you jump off?
No, I mean, shout out Budavine for showing me the app, and then I just basically all I did with that, just as an FYI, is the prompt was originally like Draymond Green kicking someone in the nuts in the style of a Taylor Swift song.
Yeah,
but it wouldn't allow me to do Taylor Swift, so I had to do like a pop, like a 2010 pop song, and it became more country, so it worked. Anyway, guys,
I love that.
Back to the carrying on playback, which is elite right there.
Here we go. Shout out Weisberg. Also got a Skeets retweet. Always feels good. When AI morning show host, how dare you, Boston Base? How dare you? All right, so a couple things here quickly. Let's just look at the standings, and then because we started 13 minutes late, I feel like we're running late. How the fuck do you have? So you know what I did? I was having an issue with my camera, Sneeps, and I went into oh wait, did I just leave the stream? Shit. Did I just leave the stream? No, I didn't. I went into okay, I'm back. I did. If you go to your settings, like your actual settings, I was able to like mess with it. And I did something screen. I actually don't know how I did it. I just clicked buttons to try to make the camera work. All right, let's go screen share. Yeah, desk update is good, Snoop. We're good, baby. We're good. All right, so the East is set. The top 10 are set, right? So there's still some movement that's going to happen within this, but these are the 10 teams that are going to be in the playoffs for the East. We already talked about how the Magic are just 2 games back. Knicks are a half game behind the Magic. Heat now percentage points ahead of the Indiana Pacers, but again, a massive game behind the Sixers tonight. I do think I'm not really concerned as a Celtics fan about the Sixers. I mean, of course, I would rather play the Pacers. I don't know if I'd rather play the Heat, but I'm not like terrified of them. I will say though, with the way Milwaukee's playing basketball right now, let's do a fucking poll, baby. Let's do a poll. Who wins a 7-game series? Sixers or Bucks? I mean, I think Bucks would be favorites, but I do think this is actually like, if I'm Milwaukee, I'm not thrilled about this. You know what I mean? I'm not thrilled about it. Let's see who wins the 7-game. I'm going to say Sixers. Oh, 2-2 right now. Bucks first round exit for the second year in a row, says Boston Base. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I don't really know. How I feel about it yet. But anyways, I think that's a little spicy here. I think Miami would feel very good in the 6 seed here. because Miami against the Knicks, Cavs, or Magic. I mean, Miami, knowing how they are, will feel good against any team. But I think avoiding the play-in game and playing one of those three that I just said, although, I mean, Milwaukee could still fall out of the 2 seed, but avoiding them, I do think Miami's going to feel pretty good as a 6 seed. Stan, are you still in the chat? I can actually just check to see if you're still here. Stan, you are. Who would you rather play? Miami. Like, who would be your preferred choice in the first round? The mean mugging Tatum 3-point game winner in OT against the Wolves is your next. Okay. All right. You should, Weisberg. You should. Although, like, let it be known that we still root for humans over AI. I don't want to be like an AI robot pro channel. You know what I'm saying? Unless we really do think they're going to take over, then I do want to be pro because I want to get ahead of it. Maybe, I don't know. I watched 3-Body Problem. Would be ideal to face Boston later with the healthy hero. Yeah, so I see what you're saying. So you don't want to be in the 7-8. But I guess, like, of the Cavs, Magic, Knicks, who would you rather play? You can see the clips underneath clips on the upper right corner. Oh, you've already done it. You already clipped it. Oh, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Love resistance. Yeah. Also, are you guys watching 3-Body? Man, 3-Body Problem was great. I need more TV. I'm like feeling lousy. I just feel like it's going to be a bit heavy TV day. Cavs or pretender. All right, you want the Cavs. There you go. It's done. So let's go down to the West here. So Denver and Minnesota now tied at 53 and 23. Thunder, after dropping 2 in a row, they drop a full game back. Then you've got the Clips at the 4 seed. Now, like, the Mavs now have a half game lead over the Suns. They play Atlanta tonight. And then you have Phoenix. Phoenix now with the Pels both tied at 45 and 31. Phoenix owns the tiebreaker. Then you have the Kings a half game back, and then the Lakers and the Warriors. The Rockets now have kind of fallen out of contention. So we're coming down the stretch, baby. Coming down that stretch. Let's see what we got on tap for tonight. We got Philly and Miami at 7:30. You've got Sacramento at New York at 7:30. Atlanta at Dallas at 7:30. We've got 1 8 o'clock game of Golden State and Houston, and then Denver and the Clippers here. One note too about the Clippers. I don't know if you guys saw this. So Kawhi missed the last game, right? But what I did not know is that I think Kawhi went back to LA to get his knee re-examined. I think I heard that on the Hoop Collective, maybe. I listened to so many podcasts while I was like kind of drugged up yesterday that I can't really remember. But it seems like that's what the Clippers might be in a little bit of trouble here if Kawhi's not fully good to go. Maybe it was just precautionary, but anytime you leave a team to go get something looked at, not great, Bob. So something to pay attention to here as we head down the stretch. I mean, if you're Dallas, you're going to be feeling good. Wait, no love for the 3-Body reference earlier, and then you bring up the what did Paul, I'm sorry I missed it. Anyways, I'm excited to keep messing around with playback here for the rest of the week or the rest of this NBA season. I will do a better job of making sure that I simulcast that shit over to what's it called? To YouTube, so that we'll get there up at the same time. What I'll do today is hey, stop yelling at Paul. Stop yelling at Paul. We love Paul. I'm going to I'll download this and then throw it up onto YouTube a little bit later today. Anyways, let's do pick 'em here, and then we'll get out of here. On a little bit of a heater here on Underdog. I mean, we broke even yesterday on Underdog, so not like a crazy heater, but wait, Paul, what joke did I miss, Paul? All right. Who's Common Man? You still here? I'm gonna need some help picking one. Here. Happy National Hug a News Person Day. That was lost in the chaos before. All right. Do we just start with the Luka triple double? Do we just start with that? Draymond over 7.5 points. Draymond Green. I do like Luka's triple double. I feel like I actually kind of like Luka's straight points tonight. 33.5. It feels like he's gonna go for 1 million. I kind of like that one. Also, you know what other one I really like? Keon Ellis over 1.5 assists. Is that on there? Oh, it's not on here. Right? Damn it. I got that on IKB. Yeah, he did get 73 last time. That's part of why I like it. Let's find one more. We'll do a three-person one. I kind of like Embiid. I think Embiid's going to crush tonight. Not crush, but I think he should hit his lines here. And I think when like Embiid only being at 26.5 points when he was averaging like over 30 something for a while, is pretty good. Also, does Jimmy Butler show up? Yeah, Embiid double-double. Let's just do that. Jabari Smith rebounds? Yeah, let's do that one too. Yeah, what's the yeah, the Pistons aren't playing today. Jabari Smith rebounds. What is this one? I know, right, Tesla? Right, good luck. Good luck. All right, we'll put 25 to win 250 on this one. Also, you guys know the deal. If you sign up using promo code HOLD, HOLD, get you a 10% deposit bonus match up to $100, baby. All right, we're gonna call it there. We did it. We did it in an hour, sort of. Let me know too. I'm open to feedback always, unless I don't like you. But I am open to feedback on this. If you guys enjoy it on playback, I love it. We'll keep doing it. If you don't like it, let me know. I'll promise to get this a little bit smoother moving forward. But I wanted to just mix it up a little bit because it feels like the live shows get lost in the algorithm a little bit. Yeah, can't wait for a Boston base. Can't wait. But I just want to just mess around with stuff, right? We're down the home stretch here. I feel like we're on playback a little bit more for the playoffs anyway, since there's more action going on. So I don't know. We'll mess around with it, but yeah, open to it. We'll be back tomorrow with some NBA bits, and then we've got some live before lock tomorrow, maybe some F1 stuff as well, depending on how I'm feeling. But that's it. That's it. We're gonna do it there. I forget how to end these streams too now. I'm just so new. I'm so new to all of it. Do we just exit the room? That's all we got to do is exit the room. End event, big guy. There it is. I see it now. I see it. All right, y'all. The one thing we need to fix though, or figure out, is we need to be able to do drops. We need to be able to do drops. I don't want to have to download all of those videos and then do it, but I need some toggling. I need some toggling in here so that I can just do it. We need the drops. We need the drops. All right, everybody. Have a good Thursday. Don't catch what I got. All right, we're out of here.